If you ask your husband to do things and he gets defensive, if you feel like you might be nagging your husband, there is one simple shift you can make to communicate better in your marriage. Hey lovers, welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met yet, my name is Lucy Bekker. I am a relationship coach for married women and I help you prioritize your marriage above all else so that you and your husband can build long-lasting emotional intimacy and connection. If you want more help with this, you can either join the Married AF membership or message me about working together one-on-one. So I absolutely despise the nagging wife trope in sitcoms. There are so many sitcoms that I just can't watch anymore. Scrubs used to be one of my all-time favorite shows right up until I got married, and I realized that so much of the comedy rested on the nagging wife trope. There was so much tension and drama at the expense of Carla nagging and bossing Turk around. Like before they got married, at the very beginning, she was independent, she was sassy, she stood up for herself, and it was seen as this really desirable quality that made Turk chase her in the first place. And then even though Turk is a complete man-child sometimes, it's Carla that gets painted as this nagging wife that's always just telling him what to do. It's the same with shows like Friends. You see, Monica says to Chandler when they get married, like, oh, you've married me now, you don't get to be right anymore. Like, no wonder there is this generation of people who resist marriage when they've watched these people saying like, oh, my marriage is the old ball and chain. Like, Jesus, okay, like, So it's this massive trope that I don't really buy into, but sometimes it really can feel like you're nagging your husband to do things. And a huge reason for this could be overwhelm. Like if you feel like you're doing everything yourself, the mental load, like the imbalance between men and women when it comes to things like housework is a well-documented phenomenon where the woman is often carrying so much more around in her head and then wondering why her husband isn't thinking the same way. Like no matter how helpful your husband is, you can't make him think 3 days in advance. When you know that there's gonna be no clean towels, so you put it on your mental to-do list to make sure you do washing on Thursday so that there are clean towels for guests that are coming on the weekend. Even if you ask him to do it, it's annoying that he doesn't see it too. It's well documented, and I'll put some links below if you want to read up more on the mental load. So if you're feeling a bit like this, there is one super simple shift that you can make in your communication with your husband. And this should reduce that feeling of nagging and open up healthier communication around things like chores and life admin. So think for a second about the last time you asked your husband to help you with something. To go to the grocery store on the way home, to pick something up for you, to do something in the garden before you have guests over on the weekend, to take on his share of the cooking for the week, whatever it is. Did you ask him to do it or did you tell him to do it? Let's do an example. Say you have a dinner party coming up this weekend. You are finishing up a project at work, but you know that the barbecue is absolutely filthy and not fit to cook on for other people. So your husband comes home and you say, don't forget, you need to clean the barbecue before people come over on Saturday. We are the shame of the cul-de-sac, we are the laughing stock of the family. Don't forget to clean it. And then he might come back and say, get off his case, he'll get to it. And suddenly your connection as a couple is fractured over something as silly as a barbecue. It feels like it's fractured just because you wanted his help. Let's unpack this. Firstly, the way that that is said is that you're telling him rather than asking him, saying like, don't forget you need to do this, as opposed to like, hey, I'm so busy and I just remembered that the barbecue needs cleaning and I can't face it. Could you do it before people come over on Saturday? Asking. Secondly, jumping on him as he comes home from work. The context of communication matters. Nobody likes to be jumped as soon as they get home from work. Lastly, and this is where I sometimes sometimes have people drop off, but I stick to my guns on this one. The last thing is that he might not feel like it needs doing. Sometimes with stuff like this, you have to ask whether it needs to be done or whether you think it should be done. If it needs to be done and you want his help, you should ask and give a reason why you would like his help with this. As a side note, I shared this advice on a reel, but I used doing dishes as the example, and some, I'm sure, very well-meaning person came back and they said, like, we as men are going to notice this technicality between asking and telling. Like, it's still gonna feel like you're making us do it. It's much better to say things like, oh, I love it when you do the dishes. Like, oh, I love it when you clean the barbecue for me. It is like physically painful for me to say those words. So while I absolutely acknowledge when Carl does something for me, I'm like, I see you helping me. I know that you're tired too. I love you so much for helping me out with this. This person's suggestion is the most passive aggressive shit I've ever heard. Instead of just asking for help, he's implying that you have to get your husband to think that it's his idea. That is just way too close to sitcom trope territory for my liking, where the woman scheme and like, oh, we'll make him think it's his idea. Ugh. And I just don't stand for this level of pettiness, and you absolutely should not either. I'm not married to a man-child. I'm married to an adult, my equal, my partner, my lover, and I wouldn't undermine his intelligence or ability to step up and love me by saying something that passive-aggressive. Ask, don't tell. And if he doesn't step up to the plate and help, like if it just ends there even though you've asked and like given a reason, then we can go from there. Maybe it's time to message me about some one-on-one marriage coaching where we can improve your communication and how you meet each other's needs as a married couple. So if you do feel like you could use more support on how to prioritize your relationship and communicate better in your marriage, you can email me or DM me on Instagram about how we can work together one-on-one or in my membership, and all the links are below for how to reach out to me. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more content like this from me. Leave any comments below, and I will see you in the next video.